Number 5. Alright. So, I know what happened there. My Wi-Fi, I think, just decided to take a nap. It still looks a little bit jumpy. I'm not sure what was going on there, so apologies. Yet again, hey Val. Andrew Rolls. It's cracking, bruh. Good to see you, man. Happy New Year. Dude. No, tell me about it. Fucking tell me about it, mate. So, yeah, look, let's wrap this up with Dimitrius. If he hasn't pulled too many of his own hairs out and he's just back on, we'll wrap it up. And then I'll paste all of these videos together and put it out there again. So if you guys want to watch it from the start, you can. He's been dropping some epic nuggets. And he's got such a great mindset. He's like, we have the opportunity to create our own environment. We have an opportunity to have the people around us that lift us up and push us forwards. And Dimitrius, people like him, for me, are the kind of people that I want to have around. And these are the kind of people that I keep in my company, because they're not about making excuses. They're not about looking at what won't work. They're about genuine, being open-hearted, caring people that believe in themselves, that express themselves authentically, and really are on a journey of conscious evolution. And that really is like the daily bee. Believe in yourself, express yourself authentically, evolve consciously. Like, these really are like the fundamental basis steps for just living like a really blissful life, one where you can being yourself, just be yourself in each moment and really enjoy it, going through wherever you're at, and putting your energy towards creating and contributing. Andrew, same to you. You have to come for a home cooked meal one day, bro. Yeah, absolutely, man. You know that I am gonna definitely come down. Marika can show me some of her skills on that paintboard. You should have met this guy, Stewie Moya, who I was looking at so many of his paintings the other day, man. Marika would just blow her lid. It was epic. So are you. Oh, thank you, Valerie. You're beautiful one. Holly Luxton. Loxton? I've been saying Luxton. Is it Loxton? Loxay. So, yeah. D unit. Dimitrius in the house. So guys, for those of you who haven't been using Instagram yet, definitely jump on and start using it. It is just another avenue, and I think it's transmuting that mindset from social media being this platform to socialize on, to one that is a business tool. Like you were saying, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, like these are the TV channels now. This is TV, so we're on television, and if you can have your business or your service or your product in front of people on the daily, then it's only going to help you, which is going to provide for you, so you've got more resources to go out there and contribute to expanding your expression to even more people and influencing and impacting more people. Hey Nicola, good to see you. I'm not sure if D unit is in the house. So look here. Dimitrius, right, as invited. Yeah, it's a bit choppy, this one, but we do what we got to do. I feel comfortable chilling on my bed, just hanging out and interviewing people while I'm lying down. It's been good. Had Ben and Cam on last night and just kicked back and relaxed. Might have to buy a daily bee hammock and just do the daily bee from a hammock. I think that'll be pretty chilled. I started this one up a tree. ended up under a garage, and ended up in a barbecue area, now ended up in bed. It doesn't take long. Hey Roscoe, how are you, brother? It's all about the exposure. Yeah, it is. That's it. And look, it's just about being the example that there's no right or wrong. Aiming for perfect isn't where it's at. And just trusting that whatever's coming up is exactly what needs to come up. So, you know, if you're doing an interview and shit breaks down 4 or 5 times, then that's just the way it's meant to be. And it's the processionary effect. Like, we can have a really clear vision, we can have a really clear goal and target that we're aiming for, but being completely open and detached from that at the same time, and detached from the path that we take to get there. So essentially, like, we're doing an interview with Dimitrius, but the bigger goal is, you know, hypothetically, to live a purposeful, passionate and impactful life. Like, if that's the destination, if that's the one of the big visions that we're aiming towards, well, then it makes these things insignificant. The fact that there's breaks and there's trials and there's challenges, it's because we recognise that these are all necessary steps to that bigger goal. Detached from expectations. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just enjoy it. I don't know if he's going to jump back on. I'm just going to message him, so this will pause for a second. I'll be right back. Yeah. All right. So, oh fuck, I'm going to stick close to the wall. We're still plugged in. So Roscoe, how's the new year kicked off for you, mate? What's been news? Any progress with respect to the charity side of things? How's it coming along? I'm speaking to a lady at the start of the week, this week, with respect to the Adopt a Pop project. Adopt a Pop and grab a gran. I think that's really cool. And the mission for children is another one as well that is challenging. A welcome challenge. But we'll get to that. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Because the internet has been playing up a fair bit today. Internet / my phone not being charged. So heading over to Miami to do 30 interviews every day. I'm going to have to take a few battery packs with me, I dare say. Boys, yo D, jump back in, bruh. How you doing?
Hey.
How are those headphones coming along?
Actually. Oh, right here. What I put on?
How's that?
What's funny is I just closed the client right now. So I just did a call right now and stuff and handled that real quick in between that.
Could you jump out of the video and jump back in now that the headphones are in?
Oh, okay.
Cool. That's fucking cool, bro. So we've been on here, I've just been on here 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes. Just Demetrius has jumped on and closed the client. We came through, so that's the power of it.
There we go.
Right. So you just, in the 5-10 minutes that we just had a little bit of a internet kerfuffle again, you just close the client.
Yeah, someone who was interested earlier, and I said I was going to talk to him because I didn't think we were going to get back on because I was like, oh, it's been kind of, you know, that might be the end of it. So they do, yeah, I just called him real quick and we talked for a quick 5 or so minutes and he made a payment, got his account connected. He gave me his password. So I was just setting up his targeting. He's a musician, actually. He was referred by a friend, though, because I was in Vegas and I was with a friend. So his friend saw me in person and kind of saw it for like 2 or 3 days and was like, okay, this guy's on something crazy. Like, and he heard me kind of talking about it. So he hit me today on my Instagram, like, yeah, this is my boy right here. And, he want to get started with the social media. So when you have a referral like that, I don't have to do as much like convincing. He's already like, okay, my friend said this is legit and everything's all right. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a lot easier. But that's that's how I want it to be.
But that's the compound effect that has led up to this, is all that, those days and all that work that you've done that's led up to being able to spend a few days with someone to see what you're actually doing. And then once they're a believer, like they're your biggest advocate, they're going to go out there and tell everyone that's looking for this sort of service.
And that's how I was when I started doing it for myself. Like I said, I was asking my friends, like, hey, did you know you can do this? And they just didn't understand the value of it. They just didn't get it. And I'm like, no, this is like a serious deal. Like, if you're in business, the whole point is to get people that want to buy your stuff into your store, because then they're going to buy it. That's it. You know what I mean? And they're going to leave happy, and then you're happy. You made money, and everybody's happy. So once I figured, I'm like, this is like the golden ticket that I figured out, And yeah, so when stuff like that happens, yeah, exactly like you said, I don't have to say much. So all those days when I get 90% of people that just don't get it, now I don't have to say as much because I have 300 people that use my service that every day are out there running their mouth like I was in 2015, 16, 17. Like, hey, did you know this? Because they're right now in the beginning stages of it. And me, I'm like, yeah, I've been doing it for 3 years. So it's like a layup, so.
And for me, that, like, I'm so excited of getting to where I am, which I'm beginning to get clear on the services that I'm offering, and also having a lot more belief in myself and actually putting myself out there, which when we started and I came across it, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't really have any services I was offering. I was just sort of flying by the seat of my pants and just, wanted to test it out and see what was going on. And we worked together last summer, and between then and now has been sort of some epic growth and epic discoveries for myself. And I'm so keen to just start earning some money and just start pumping it into this and fucking just getting the return, because it really is that, like, within, we just did it for maybe a month or so, or a few months.
Maybe 2 months.
Yeah. And it was, I think, about 1,500 to 2,000 followers, give or take. Maybe 1,500 that just found me and that I've been able to connect with. And since then, just had some epic relationships come through that. And I didn't have anything to sell or anything to offer them at the time, but just to see the power of it and just to build the relationships from it. And a couple of my best friends that I know now from the States that I connect with almost weekly came from that process as well. So
that's the thing that I try to tell people. Like, the most valuable part of my service isn't the fact that you're going to make money. Like, and that sounds cheesy. It sounds super cheesy. Like, what? Like, all I care about is the money. Yeah, cool. I meet people, but like, me and you met because of that, because of one of my, Renee introduced you to me, because her page hit your page, right? So like, I was like, for the people that watch this and still watching, I appreciate you guys so much. I was doing the math, all right? If I'm sending 30 to 50 likes an hour, right, for each one of my clients, and I have 300 people, I was doing the math every day. Okay, so all my clients, they never interact with the same person twice. So if you send someone a like, we're not going to send them a like again. You don't want to be redundant. You want to interact with new people. From just my 300 clients, I send out about 1 million likes every day and 750,000 comments to different people every single day. So just in a month, I touched 30 million people. And I've been doing this for now in the last year, it's been just my clients, 300 people in the last year, let's say. So it'd be so many times I'll just be scrolling on Instagram and I'll see 7 of my clients like the picture. I'll see 4 of them comment it. and then the person be replying back, and I set those comments up, and you know what I mean? And they don't know that they're
Yeah.
replying to something like, and I'm like, it doesn't matter that it is automated, because sometimes people say, well, that's ingenuine and da 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 da. We wouldn't be having this relationship right now. Like, that's the whole point, that it really connects you with real people. The people that I do business with music, I'm going to Trinidad for the second time in February. I met them because of this service. You know what I mean? Like, one of the guys, he owned a record
Yeah.
label. He used my service and was like, this is amazing. I need you to be the head of my marketing of my record label. And I'm like, all right. Like, you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, we're doing all this stuff in Trinidad, and I'm gonna need you to come out here, and we're gonna have a master class, and I want you to talk about what you do. So my first ever master class was done in Trinidad, like, for me teaching people this, and really, and I'm thinking, like, I got flew out there, and it was because of this, like, you know what I mean? Because of my service. So the whole point I'm getting at, it ain't even my service like that. I do know the ins and outs, but the whole point of it I'm getting at, I think, is that these social media platforms are tools that people should be leveraging to connect with the people that you are looking to connect with, no matter where they are. You're in Australia and I'm in Los Angeles. And we've built a relationship over the last 6, 7 months, you know, interacting with each other and exchanging value, you know what I mean? And that's the whole point of it. Like, it's almost a disservice to our ancestors and the people that came before us, because they didn't have this. They couldn't go live and have an audience of people and share information with each other like this. So it's like a lot of people just are twiddling their thumbs, and you're gonna look up in 5 years from now, and this era is gonna like pass you by, when you could have like got on the boat and literally like changed your whole situation. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the gold rush, right? It's the gold rush era. Okay. A bunch of people were moving west, right? and finding gold. And then they were calling people back and telling them, hey, you know, we made you struck it rich out here, right? For me, I'm a little different, because one thing I study about that time period is that the people that got rich at that time period weren't the people that were panning for gold. It was the people that were selling the shovels, and the people that were selling the the pans, right? Because even if you wanted to find gold, you had to at least have a shovel, right? So if you
Hmm.
sell the tools that supply people to the dream that they're trying to get to, they'll buy that. So in the place that I'm in right now, the whole currency on Instagram is likes and followers. That's the whole currency. If you can increase that, people want it. There's a large demand for it and a very little supply, in the sense of being able to control that. So I've positioned myself in a place where it's straight up abundance, and it's something that people need, and I'm genuinely impacting people in a positive way. Like you said, you met some of the people that would have never happened. And was that worth the
Yeah.
price of admission for my service? It was definitely
Absolutely, man.
it was definitely worth. It's like laughable. Like, what? Like, of
Valuable.
course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So imagine if you did do that for 8 months straight. Imagine
Mm.
it for a year straight, how many people you would meet. Like, you know what I mean? And then the ripple effects of that. That's what I've been able to experience. And that's why I'm so passionate about it. And I'm like, no, you don't understand, because you don't see. I met Mike Evans, who co-founded Timberland Productions. I'm a music producer. You know what I mean? So all the stuff I did with social media brought me full circle back to my music industry stuff. You know, my entertainment lawyer now is someone who was a VP at Def Jam. You know, my manager helped start Timberland Productions, who's one of the top 5 greatest urban music producers. And he's like, yo, I got your back, anything you need, because he sees what I do with social media. So because of what I was able to do with this and help his clients, now he's even more invested into me. And now I'm able to show him Nakina and the artist that I have. And he's like, yo, that artist you got is incredible, man. We're going to do some big things for her. You know what I mean? So it all kind of
Mm.
became very symbiotic to like working out exactly like I kind of wanted it to. And it just really
Hmm.
came with being of service to other people at the end of the day. Just like you said, like, I didn't attack you like trying to get the sale. It was genuinely like, how can we partner together and figure out a way to benefit each other and build something together, because it's what it's really about at the end of the day,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. I don't think people understand the power in numbers as well. I think that we're so used to just looking outside of ourselves and seeing crowds of people and knowing how many people are in our community, that when it comes to the bigger numbers, like you're speaking, it's just unfathomable. And so because people can't comprehend them, they don't take action on them because it's
Yeah.
something that's unknown. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's pretty interesting as well.
Definitely. Definitely. Um, yeah. I could talk about this subject all day, honestly, because
No, man.
it's became a passionate thing of mine because of just every day how many messages. If you check my Insta story right now, you'll see, people like, yo, man, I appreciate everything you've done for me. I just got a client less than a month ago. He's in Colorado. He shines cars. Like, that's what he does. He like shines cars and makes them look good. And I basically just targeted people in his area, set up comments, and he's like hit me already. Like, man, I've got over 5 clients already. Like, man, this is like, I just want to thank you so much. And that's the real thing about it. I don't ever think like, oh, I should have charged him more. He's getting more clients. I should charge him more. Like, nah, it's like, it's not even about that, because I know he's gonna be like, "Dang, this dude helped me out so much." He's gonna go rant and rave to all of his friends. He's gonna go tell 5 other people. He's gonna go tell 10 other people, and they're gonna eventually show up like, "Hey, man, this guy told me da 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 da," and then it kind of just keeps rolling for me as well. Like, the more I tend to help other people, the more it tends to come back. So it's easy to be very helping because I know how much how appreciative of people it is and stuff. Seeing people with their kid, it'd be times I see people who I worked with and they first come to me and they're like stressed out, and then I'll see them like 4 or 5 months later and they're like, yeah, I was with my kid and we went to a new, like, a movie. You know what I mean? And I remember they were saying like, I don't have extra money, and they were kind of worried about paying 197. Like, I don't know if this is gonna work and da 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 da. And now they're making so much extra money that they're like doing things with their kid, and you see that, and that's what it's for. Not for you to be like, I can't take my kid to go see the new Cars movie. That sucks. You want to be able to do those
Mm.
things. Like, same with my kids. Like, when Survivor Series was here in LA, that's a wrestling event. I seen it like 2 or 3 days before, and I was like, oh, let me take them. A couple of years ago, I wasn't able to do that. So I think that's all it's
Mm.
really about. It's about the experiences you're able to create and stuff with the income that you're able to make. It's not really to be like flossing and
Mm.
balling and I'm better than somebody else. Like, nah. So yeah, I
So
don't mean to be
for the
preachy on here.
nah, man, it's wonderful, and for those 3.8 thousand people that didn't come on board that are still watching you from the sidelines, for those that have jumped on here and are going to see this, and anyone else that's out there that might be listening, what's sort of, well, I guess, what's one message that you'd like to deliver them, or one thing that you'd like to let them know, and just to take on board?
Um, I don't even want it to be directed towards my business at all. It's honestly like, if you have a passion for something, I feel like you only have one life. Um, you have unlimited potential. You've never been on this planet before, so can't nobody marginalize you and tell you what you're capable of or not. You should really listen to that inner voice and go after the things you want, because the worst thing is like if you're 70, 80 years old and you're like looking back on your life and thinking like why didn't I try that, or why didn't I do this, or I should have at least gave that a go. You know what I mean? Um, Everybody's not out here to be out to get you. There's a very pessimistic world we live in, and people think everybody's out to get them. You know what I mean? Be open to opportunity and let serendipity work in your favor. If you close off every little opportunity, you don't talk to people, you know, you miss out on a lot. You will close a lot of doors in your face that you don't even realize are doors. You know what I mean? So yeah, that would be my word of advice for anyone that watches this.
Love it, man. Thanks for your patience and for roughing the storm with me and for
Yeah,
going through it and jumping on, brother.
yeah, no problem at all, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you offering it to me and whatnot, and figuring it out. We should have probably been a little more organized with it, but whatever. The message is the message. It'll be time
That's
for
it,
those
man.
things.
Absolutely. We'll get better as we go. No
Yeah,
doubt.
definitely. You can be a
But
masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. That's what I think stops a lot of people from starting, because they
I
don't
love it.
they don't want to look bad. It has to be exactly perfect. Most people might have deleted all these videos and be like, "Oh, it was stupid and it was dumb," but Nah,
No.
you know what I mean? I don't care.
Yeah.
So
It's part of the journey. Got to leave it there for them to see when they see us in the shining light, so they can go back and see that, oh shit, they did fuck up from every now and again.
yeah, exactly. People swear
Cool.
it was just always like this, and it's like not at all. My kids and my wife definitely see it, and they be like, "Whoa," you know. I'm gonna leave you with this. Like 4 years ago, in April of 2014, when I first started with online marketing, my whole goal was just $500 a month. Like if I could figure out how to make $500 extra a month, I was like, that's $6,000 extra a year. Like that would be crazy. And now it's 4 years later, and I'm at the point of like, I don't blink at 500 a day. You know what I mean? Because that's what the average is now. Like 500 on average a day. It's been days where it's been 2,200 that came in. Like it's just, it might have been 3 days in 2018 that I didn't make. It's probably less than 10 days that I didn't make a sale in 2018. Like, so that means 350 days I made a sale, at least one every single day. And most of the time it's multiple. So it's not to brag. I'm not nobody special. I just done it a lot, and went through, the trials and tribulations of it, and speaking to a lot of people, and anybody else can do it too. We're at the very beginning. Um, there's plenty of time, and I'll just say start today. Whatever it is you're passionate about and you're trying to do, don't wait another year. Don't wait another 2 years. Like there's people right now starting today. So use the resources. Use YouTube. Use Google. We're in the information era. There is no excuse for, oh, I didn't know. Like, you know what I mean? You can Google whatever question is in
That's
your
it.
mind, and there'll be a bunch of people
Yeah.
telling you. You know what I mean? So really sit down and figure
Yeah.
out what it is you want, what you would do for with not for money. You know what I mean? Don't figure out what's going to make me the most money. Figure out what you would do if you wasn't even going to get paid, and what you enjoy to do. You know what I mean? And then figure out a way to do that and replace your income, that you're already working. You know what I mean? Because then if you can do that, now you're not slaving at the job. Say if you only make $1,200 a month. If you hate your job and you're cleaning toilets every day, right? And I'm a music producer, and I could get paid $1,200 just to make beats all month. That's a way better living and way better life just right there. You know what I mean? So figuring out them little steps, you know what I mean? Then you can figure out how to get to 2,000 a month, and 2,500 or 5,000, and then it goes from there. I wasn't thinking
Yeah.
15,000, 20,000 a month. So sometimes, like when I'm adding it up and looking at my statements at the end of the month, I'm like, whoa, is this real? Like, dang. So yeah, it can happen, and it's real. It's very, very real, and it will happen as long as you stay after it. It definitely will.
Bang. I love it, man. I love it. And thanks for dropping all the nuggets. Been dropping them left, right, and center. So again, I hope everyone's had their notepad and pen out and been taking notes, because it's there's a lot to take on, a lot to take in. And guys, reach out to Demetrius, connect with him. Thanks for hanging out and for staying tuned and following as well. And brother, we'll look forward to the future, see what's to come.
Definitely, I appreciate it as well. And you have a good rest of the day. And I'll talk to you soon. Everyone else, reach out to me anytime. Yeah, and I look forward to working with any of you guys as well. If that's what you need. If not, no problem as well. No pressure from here.
Rock and roll, bro. Speak
Yeah,
soon.
appreciate
See
it.
you guys.
All right, talk to you later, man.
Yeah.